So Tanstack AI just released an amazing update that allows you to easily implement voice agents into your application. It's basically like 20 lines of code, and today I want to show you how you can do it.
That's exciting news. Implementing voice agents can really enhance user interactions. If you want, I can give you a quick overview of what those 20 lines of code might look like and the steps involved. Just let me know how deep you'd like to go.
Let's get into it. And for those who don't know, Tanstack AI is a library alternative to AI SDK by Vercel that allows you to have a one unified interface to access different models and just interact with AI in your applications. And that out of the way, let me show you how easy it is to set up voice agent with Tanstack AI. So all we need to do is to call this hook useRealtimeChat that we get from Tanstack AI React library. What we need to do is to define this hook useRealtimeChat, pass in getToken function, which is a function, which is a server function. So we're basically calling like an API here. And here inside of this function, if we look at it, so we're calling this endpoint with method post. And here inside of this function, all we're doing is that we're calling realtime token. We're passing in the adapter, OpenAI realtime token, and providing the model that we want. So it will create a token for us that we are going to use on the front end. And the whole logic and the whole interaction between the agent and the client lives in the browser. It doesn't live to your server except for creating this one token. So what we're doing is that we're creating the token and we're calling this function to get this token here. And we're passing this token to this getToken function. After that, we're defining the adapter, which is OpenAI realtime adapter, again, which is provided for us from Tanstack AI OpenAI. And inside of this token as well, I forgot to mention that we are specifying the model that we want to use. In our case, it is GPT realtime 1.5. Here you will see that we have an error because this type doesn't exist inside of the model, which is a fault on the Tanstack AI part. Just find there an alpha. Here we're also defining our tools, and I'm going to talk about the tools in a minute. Here we're also defining instructions, and you will notice that we're doing it on the front end, on the client. It's just a component, real-time voice assistant, voice chat component. And here we're defining voice, which is Alloy, voice default voice from OpenAI. Here we have VAD mode, which is voice activity detection mode. By default, it's server. So the server, the OpenAI client decides when we want to stop the voice detection. Next, here we have output modalities, which is what we want to have as our output from this model. We're here specifying the audio and text. So we're going to have here text, which is transcription, and audio, which is audio from the model. Next is temperature, there's creativity. We can even remove that. It doesn't matter. Next is max output tokens, also doesn't really matter. And that's pretty much it. So all of that, like it's 20 lines of code. If we take that use real-time chat plus our get real-time token, both of those functions about like 20 lines of code, and we have working real-time voice assistant in our application. And you might be asking, how does it work? Because we're not connecting to any servers or anything like this. We're just connecting through the client and just getting this weird token. The way that it works is that we are connecting through WebRTC protocol, not through HTTP, WebSockets, WebRTC. The way that it works is that we're not hitting a server, which could be like your server or OpenAI server. The way that it works is that we're connecting basically directly to the model in some sense. It's still like a client on the OpenAI side, but we're connecting peer-to-peer. And that's how WebRTC works, is that we're connecting from the client to another client. The reason why it's so amazing is because it allows us to have a very small latency. That's exactly what we need for our like real voice assistants, right? If I start talking, hello, how are you doing? The latency here is crazy. It's like less than 50 milliseconds, probably, maybe more, like 100 milliseconds. But the latency here is crazy. And that's exactly why we need WebRTC for the latency. The reason why it's still secure is because the only thing that allows you to connect to the model, which is real-time token, we're still generating on the backend. And it's not recommended to generate this token on the front end. You have to do it on the backend. And also here as an object from the use real-time chat, we get the connect, disconnect, error. Let me show you how it works. So for the connect, it's a function that allows us to connect to our AI, to our model, to generate a token and then connect to AI. It's very easy to do. You just need to call this function. You have connect, you have disconnect, you have all the statuses like status connected, connecting, reconnecting, different modes as well here, like the mode speaking. You also have here like pending assistant transcript, which is not the finished transcript when AI stopped talking, but it's like the transcription that you get live when AI is speaking. And we have the same thing for the user as well. The other thing that you can communicate to this AI through text as well. So I can connect to the session.
Hi there, how can I help you today?
So I can write hello and it will answer me and I don't have to say anything. The other thing that we have messages here, which are of the type real-time messages. And if we look at this type, it's very similar to, if you ever used AI SDK, very similar to UI message from AI SDK. So here we have our real-time text part. So here we have our text part, which is, so here we have our text part, audio part, which is audio data, array buffer, transcript, and duration milliseconds. We also have here tool call part and tool call result. And if we look at the client, you'll notice here that we have defined a tool which is called get weather. And if we ask the agent to call this tool, what's the weather like in London?
Right now in London, it's clear skies with temperature around 13.8 Celsius, humidity at 58%, and a breeze at about 15.8 kilometers per hour.
So you'll notice that it answered me. And if we look at the network, you will see here that we called this forecast API to get the real information about the weather here. The only thing that I noticed is that in messages, if we look at the messages here, and we called a tool, let's try console log messages. If we look at the messages, the thing is that we don't have any tool parts here, even though in the types, in the UI message type, not in UI messages, in the real-time message type, part type, we have there like tool result and tool input, but we are not receiving anything here in parts. Again, it's still an alpha. I'm sure they are going to fix that. So if you found this helpful, I'm going to leave all the links in the description to the repository, to the docs and everything. And I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.